now, she works.
You're quite a needlewoman.
Oh, not very good. Out of practice.
One hears of men taking it up nowadays. I'm told it's very soothing.
I just like to take out the box of threads every so often. Takes me back. Worked in a draper's shop for years.
Really?
Years. Very long-seeming years at the time.
I don't remember you ever mentioning that.
Sometimes I look back and I see myself and I wonder if I'm not remembering something in a book. Dickens, probably. Is it just an extraordinary coincidence?
Is?
The fact that Mr. Sugden's also getting married. I'm sorry, my brain seems to be flying about.
I suppose it is.
But he just happens to meet a woman whose disposition is so remarkable that marriage is not out of the question. It's something of a coincidence.
I'm not sure I follow you. Or are you suggesting that they wouldn't be marrying if it wasn't for us?
Well, who knows? Even Mr. Sugden has his mellow mood. He's offered, by the way, to bake and ice a cake.
Oh, that's kind.
I tried to tell him that I don't really want a cake.
Do you not? Why not?
Maybe that I'm a little peculiar about this. Of course you have a cake, and you cut it together, and of course you have your photograph taken, both of you holding the knife, of course.
All part of the ritual?
And I'm afraid I'll feel faintly ridiculous going through the ritual.
Why?
Oh, perhaps I can't explain it. All right, we'll have a cake.
No, I want you to explain why you wouldn't want one. Why not?
For the same reason I wouldn't want a veil and a train.
Oh, I don't suppose anyone would ever suggest a veil and a train.
Exactly. Call it just an eccentricity. Can you put up with that?
A husband ought to be able to answer yes to that. Absolutely and utterly yes. I ought to be able to say it. I don't know whether I can. My mother was ill, you know, for a long time, mentally ill.
Oh.
For a long time before she died. It all started with her dressing for journeys that she wasn't going on. And then she would walk out of the house and she wouldn't know where she was.
I see. Someone's mentioned it to you.
Mentioned it, that's all.
And you're wondering why I didn't tell you.
It's not that.
It wasn't that I was hiding it. I was ill. I got better. That's all.
Oh, yes. It's not you who's wanting here. It's me.
I don't think about it. It doesn't seem so very important to me. Does it seem important to you? I see. Don't please let me know who told you. I don't want to know.
There was no malice in it. I must tell you that. There was no malice.
I don't want to know.
I always wondered what I would have done nowadays. They don't keep them in hospital anymore, not if they can help it. What would I have done? I was useless to her as it was. Oh, I suppose I could have made other arrangements. She could have been nearer. I could have had her with me, perhaps, more of the time.
You probably did what you could.
No. I had a parish, my work, 1,000 excuses. All of them lies. The truth was, I could not bear it. It was her cross, and I could not bear it. I prayed to God that it would not last too long. And that was all the use I was.
Nobody ever feels they've done enough, you know. Everybody feels useless.
I was less than useless. Because I could not face it.
I suppose what you mean is you could not face it again.
Do you understand?
I don't necessarily want to understand.
I wish you could.
To understand all is to forgive all.
So they say.
Tall order.
Yes.
I suppose no harm's done. One or two illusions slightly bruised.
Oh, please don't. Don't be so calm.
Why? Do you want me to be mad? I don't think I can oblige you.
I want you to be angry.
Would make it easier for you to leave. Tears, screaming, perhaps. You could explain that it was something your constitution couldn't bear.
I'm so sorry.
But I'm not going to throw you out. You're going to have to walk away all by yourself.
Excuse me.
Alright, hey, Jack, you're keen, aren't you? A bit off.
Yeah, well, I'm fell out with the Legion, aren't I?
Hey, if we get a decent car, does that mean I can have the operation?
What operation?
Get my fingers uncrossed, because that's the worst of the heat that we've got, isn't it?
Yeah, that's fine, Jack. Hey. Oh, excuse us.